My encounter with Kajiwara Kagetoki in Nioh 3 came as an unpleasant surprise. To cut to the chase, I defeated this opponent on my first try, but I actually regretted it after the victory. After all, the build I'm using in the video isn't at all suited for this fight. Nevertheless, during the fight, I'll give you a few tips to help you defeat this opponent faster and more easily. Almost from the very first seconds of the battle, it became clear that Kajiwara Kagetoki is quite adept at dodging and blocking shurikens and kunai. This is actually a very significant problem for my current build. After all, I usually stay at a distance from the opponent and use all my ninja tools. In this fight, those items are almost useless. Instead, if I had a second chance, I would choose the gunpowder bomb, fire shuriken, and shrapnel bomb for this battle. All of these items deal damage, even if the boss blocks them. Plus, with these 3 ninja tools, you can maintain a fire debuff on the enemy for a long time. If you don't have the Demon of Envy skill yet, I recommend using an Enra or Blood Edge Demon to quickly apply the burn debuff. These allies can set the boss on fire, and then you'll need to make sure to keep the debuff active so the boss takes periodic damage. In general, the boss summons a wide variety of yokai during this battle, which significantly complicates the fight. You'll need to constantly dodge the various attacks launched by these summoned yokai. On top of that, Kajiwara Kagetoki uses various debuffs and some magic, and he wields 2 axes that can be thrown. So the boss's attack repertoire is quite extensive and varied. The good news is that in this fight, you'll have a partner who occasionally distracts the boss and also deals a bit of damage, not much, but it's still better than nothing. Since I'm equipped with dual swords, I often use aerial attacks in this fight. The boss is quite agile, and this attack doesn't always hit its mark, but when it does, the boss takes a lot of damage, often even from behind, which increases the total damage dealt. It's also worth approaching this battle with your ultimate ability charged. By using this ability at any moment, you can deal a significant amount of damage to the enemy and restore some of your ninja tools. It's a real shame I don't have that in this battle. I went in to scout to see how the fight would play out, but I accidentally defeated the enemy, albeit with great difficulty. Interestingly, by the end of the battle, we were both exhausted. I had already run out of health potions, and the boss didn't have much health left. That's when luck probably stepped in by all accounts. I should have lost that battle and come back for a second try better prepared for his fighting style. But to my surprise, just as my health bar dropped to 0, I managed to land the decisive and winning blow. And it was at that very moment that I regretted the victory, because I saw that the battle had gone completely against my plan. But unfortunately, I should have thought about that earlier. Although, in reality, what made this battle interesting was that it forced me to think outside the box and react to events as they unfolded, rather than sticking to a strict plan. It turned out to be a bit of an improvisation. If you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to the channel. I also recommend checking out my other Nioh 3 videos, where I explain how to complete tricky quests and defeat all the bosses in the game. See you in the next video, and take care, my friend.